Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be talking on how to cut and sew a normal bustier with yoke. So let's get back to work. So these are the fabric I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this particular fabric. This is called Kampala, and this one that I'm holding in my hands is sample net. This is what I'm going to be using for the yoke. This is the Kampala I'm going to be using for the half length measurements, and this is my waddy. So for the fabric, so this is the measurement we are working with on the screen. As you can see, can you see that? So what I always do is, can you see that the person chest measurement is 36 divided by 4 will give us 9. So that is the 9 I just measure. Now I'll measure out the 9, then I will add 4 inches depending on your choice. You can add 4 inches or 5 inches to the body measurement, like the clothes, the measurement you are bringing out for the fabric. So I'll be adding just 4 inches to this. You understand? So I'm done with that. I already measured the 4 inches. So for the yoke, I will remove 4 from the half length measurement. Do you understand what I mean with this? I already removed 5. Can you see it? I already removed 5. Then I measure 15 because the person half length is 15. So I already removed the 5 for the yoke. Then I measure the remaining one. Then I'm going to plus 1 inches. That 1 inch is for the sewing allowance. Plus 1 inch. So I'm going to cut it out. Do you understand it to this point? So this is it. This is what we have after I already remove our yoke measurement, which is 5 from the person half length. I already removed 5 inches for the yoke, the one I'll be putting at the up. Sure, you understand? So the next thing I will do now is I will fold it into 2, just as shown below. I'll fold it. Can you see that? So this is it. So the next thing you are going to do is you are going to take your nipple to nipple measure, which is your bust span measurement, your nipple to nipple, which is 3.5 for this particular dress we are making, is 3.5. Can you say that? So then plus half inch sewing allowance. So we are going to mark 4. So I'll mark it again. So this is 4. Can you see that? The 4 I measure is from this end, the end that is not cut. So can you see that? So that you won't make mistake. So I'll measure it again for you to see. So this is 4. This is our 4. Can you see that? So the next thing you are going to do now is we are going to take the down measurement too. So for the down measurement, let me explain this very well for you. We are using 3.5 for this plus sewing allowance making 4. For this down, just minus half inches. Whatsoever you are using. If you are using the bust span of 8, you are going to use 7.5 for this place. If you are using the bust span of 10, you are going to use 9.5 for this place. Just half inch difference. Do you understand? So we are going to rule it out now, just as I want to rule it. Yeah. Okay, do you understand? Just to slant it, half inch difference from here to this place is okay. Just an half inch. So the next thing I'm going to do, can you see what I'm doing now? I'll measure 2. From that place that I chalk our half inch, that we chalk 3.5, just measure your 2 inches and just rule it out, just as shown. Do you understand that? So I'll cut it out. So these pieces, I'm going to throw it away. We don't need that pieces. So we're going to throw that away. So this is what we have after cutting it. So this is what we have after cutting. Can you see that? So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to cut out our wording. We are going to cut out the wording. So what I always do is I always use the middle one. You know, when we cut it, it was in 3 places, the middle and the 2 side. One side here, one side here. So for the wording, I always use the middle part to cut out the wording. So I'll cut it out. So I'm going to cut it in 2 places. Whenever I want to cut it, I always cut it twice. I'll use the middle part, so I'll cut the middle part twice, 2 times. So this is it. I'm done cutting. So I'm going to cut one piece into 2. So I'll cut one piece into 2. So this is what I have here. So let me show you. So this is for the middle part, and this is for the side. The side. This is one side. I'm just trying to trim that place. That's edge, so it will give round, not sharp. So it has to come out round. So this is what we have here. So we are going to cut our yoke. So let's cut out the yoke. I'm working with a shoulder of 15. So 15 divided by 2 will give us 7.5 plus sewing allowance. So we have 8. I'll cut out the shoulder. We'll cut out our neckline. For the neckline, I use 4 by 4. Or is it 3.5? I think I used 3.5 by 4. Yes, 3.5 by 4. And I already cut out my shoulder slants. So this is what I have. So we are done cutting. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to join our wording with our fabric. So let's watch and see that. So let's start. So I'm done joining the fabric with the body. So this is what we have. Can you see that? This is it. I already joined it and I already trim where necessary. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to join the fabric together. So let's join it together now. So this is it. So after joining it together, can you see that? So this is what we have. Let me trim this out. So I'll join the other ends too. So this is what we have for. This is what we have. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to iron it. I'm going to press my iron, but before that, let me join the lining together. So this is it for ironing. I'm going to use iron to open it so that it will not be pointing. It will not be, I don't know, you know, there's some padded that it will just be pointed. No. So I'm going to iron it so that it will be round. It will lay on your body. So I'm done ironing. I'll iron the lining too. You open the lining exactly the same way you open the body, you open the line. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to join I will join the yoke. I will join the yoke with the bustier. So I'm going to join it together. As you can see, can you see that? So I'm going to join it together. So this is it after joining the yoke. Can you see that? Yeah. So I'm going to, then the next thing I will do now is I will add our lining. After joining the yoke with the fabric, I will now use, so I will use the lining to turn it. So this is it after I use lining to turn it. And now after doing that, I will sew the down part. I'll sew the down part. Can you see that? In case if there is anything you don't understand in this video, you can just comment in the comment section and I'll promise I will answer you. You understand? It's very, very simple. And this is a very simple method to use. This one does not waste your fabric and it doesn't take much time. So I want to put it in my body just for you to see it. I'm coming. Okay. Yeah, so this is it. So this is it in my body. This is it. So this is it. Can you see that? So the next thing we are going to do now is I'm going to iron it anyway. I'm going to iron it, and this is what we have. This is it. Can you see that? I decided to show it very well. Show you so that you can see it. This is the neckline. So I'm going to use ribbon to turn the neckline. I'm going to be using ribbon to turn it. So let me turn it and let's see. So I already used ribbon, and I'm going to be using my hand. And whenever I do this, I don't use machine to join it together. I always use my hand to do hemming. I will just hem it. I will hem it. And what I'm doing here is the thread was in two places. I doubled the thread, but whenever I want to do hemming, I always do single. I always use single, so that's why I cut it into two, so that I'll be able to, because I want it to be invisible. I don't want people to say that there is something, so I want it to be very neat. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to hem all the neckline. I'll hem only the front neckline. I'm going to hem it. Do you understand? So in case you want me to do video on how to do hemming, you can just comment it on the comment section, and I will do video on how to do hemming of a dress, how to hem a dress neatly, how to hem a dress neatly. So this is what we have here. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Bye.